AI versus AI. Who's going to win? Hey, what is up, guys? It is Harrison Barron, the Millennial Entrepreneur. Now, in this video, I want to talk to you guys about AI versus AI, right? Why would I even be comparing two different programs on AI? Well, I have copysmith.ai and contentbot.ai, and both of these programs, these softwares, are made to write copy, and that means sales copy. That could be blog posts, that could be YouTube descriptions. If any of you guys have been reading my YouTube descriptions, including the one on this video and the previous video, they are all written by AI. And I thought, why not have two programs, bring them head to head, see which one's going to be the best one, and ultimately show you guys maybe why you might want to use AI, how to make your life a little easier, and save a bunch of time doing it. Now, I have and I own copysmith.ai, and I have a free trial on contentbot.ai. They give you a full 14-day free trial, right? 14-day, I think it's 14-day free trial. You pretty much get 20 credits and 5 article credits. And these credits are basically used, it's kind of like a slot machine, right? So you put in your money and you pull the machine, and ultimately it's going to spit out what it thinks you want. Now, they're not always accurate. I've seen some really incredible things that have come out of copysmith.ai, and I just use copysmith.ai at my agency. That's why I happen to mention it more. And then I've started testing contentbot.ai, and the results were actually pretty surprising. So I want to show this to you in real time. Now, this all started because I just recorded my last video, and I was like, oh, you know what? I need a meta description. I really don't want to write it. Because who wants to write a meta description or description for underneath your video? They're not exactly fun, right? The title's cool, but after that, it kind of dries up. So I want to share with you guys side-by-side comparisons, and ultimately, you're going to be the final determination on which one is better. So without any further ado, let's jump into this here. I'm just going to close this out. And this is my YouTube channel. So how long does SEO take? Right? This is now the name of my video. How long does SEO take? Is it worth investing in? Better yet, how long does SEO take? Can you speed up the process? Right? That's it. That's the whole video is talking about how long SEO takes and can you speed up the process. Now, normally, right, I would take this and I'm going to go into copysmith.ai and I go up to new file, and then I'm going to go to my YouTube description. Now, this is pretty cool. So I'm just going to plug this in right here. No keywords, no nothing. Right, I'm just plugging this in here. Now, this is going to take about 15 seconds. And in the meantime, I'm actually going to go and find this on here. And there is a YouTube spot on here. At least I saw a YouTube spot on here. And give me 1 second to find it, because it is a bit hidden. Marketing tools. I thought I saw YouTube. It's not under YouTube. What did I use? I used something here. All right, so it's video description. It's not YouTube description. So under here, I'm just going to click in video description. I'm going to hit go. Give this thing a second to load. And now it gives me my video description. And the cool part is you could change your copy right from here, which is definitely a feature I do like, but it also does make it a little more confusing. It's kind of neither here nor there. Keywords, I'm going to leave keywords open, right? How long does SEO take? Can you speed it up? Now, while this is going, I want to show you guys what copysmith.ai has produced. Can you speed up SEO? Many people are asking themselves this question. We usually find on forums and likes on a million options. Some will tell you that if you rank first on Google, then you can forget about everything that everything as everything is done, right? It's not exactly English. SEO industry experts answer the age-old question, how long does SEO take? They'll give you a realistic timeline for how long it takes to optimize your site and achieve high rankings on Google, Bing, and Yahoo. You also gain insider knowledge around whether or not there are ways to speed up your SEO process. SEO companies also weigh in on the tactics Okay, so it's kind of, that's more of like a forum, right? This is where my brain's going. Just the other day, I was chatting with a couple friends. Now, SEO is a complex process. A lot of factors need to be taken into consideration when optimizing your website and content. And it's not just about the keywords and performance anymore, but about the quality in general. SEO can take a long time, but there are a bunch of things to factor in that basically means you cannot speed up the process, which is pretty true actually. However, you can you can work on things to improve your rankings more easily and faster. Here at not my agency, but we offer PPC, which wouldn't necessarily make sense because PPC doesn't really go with SEO, but that's okay. It's on the same path. Now I'm gonna just hit generate more because I just want you guys to see what this can also do. So once this decides to come back in. But honestly, the answers aren't bad. These are probably some of my worst answers that I've gotten, which actually sounds pretty wild because most of the time there's usually one that's generated right away that spits back like, hey, this is really good. Now let's look at contentbot.ai's platform here. And once again, this is for how long does SEO take. Now I'm uploading a 4K video. It takes absolutely forever here in North Carolina, but that's okay. Now, with the amount of SEO guides out there, advice on how to speed up your SEO process tends to vary. The average time it takes for someone's site to rank on search engine results page is anywhere from 6 months to 3 years. That is pretty true. 3 years is probably stretching it a little bit, but for many digital marketers, there's always a question of how to speed up SEO results. This video offers advice for both sources, how to get results more quickly and how to rank on SERPs more quickly. Okay, so that's not bad actually, right off the bat here. And then this is the only thing that I don't particularly love about contentbot.ai. I've just seen, and I'm not taking a stab at it, but it just kind of gives you one-liners, which I don't think is realistic enough. It has always been tough to estimate how long SEO lasts. That's not the topic that I'm looking for here. And I'm just going to, like I said, side-by-side comparison. I'm going to hit just generate content, and it's going to pull up another set of content. And now this takes 30 seconds as opposed to 15 seconds. I don't really know if that's a flex in that world, but hey, you never know. This is a follow-up of my video on page speed. Nope, SEO is not the fast track to success. The process can take months or often a year or more. But there are faster ways to boost your website's presence in Google and social media sites such as Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Our video reveals 5 tactics to speed up SEO. That's not entirely true, which, I mean, look, then again, we're only giving it how long does SEO take? Can you speed up the process? Which I probably should have put a question mark in there for. But that's not bad. Can you speed up SEO? Many people are asking themselves this question. We usually find on forums, and that's from the old one. Where's the new ones here? It usually will tell us which ones are the new ones. It'll just say new. But, I mean, all in all, many SEO professionals claim that SEO year to process results. True. How long does SEO actually take? This is a big question a lot of people about hiring an SEO service. How can someone measure how well SEO works for their website? One way is by using keyword rankings, but there are also other ways too. Okay, so that's actually really good, right? The very first thing a blog owner should do, right? I don't know if I would use the word blog owner because there are a lot of people that have businesses that use blogs, but owners should do right after they create their site is hire an SEO expert. I don't want to pitch myself here. All business owners and marketers are eager to improve the flow, leads, and sales. It needs a little English. In their minds, surge a million questions related to how SEO works and how it can be implemented for their benefits of their online business. How long does SEO take? Can you speed up the process? Are there faster solutions? What should I pay attention to during the first steps in the direction? These questions will be answered in today's video. Okay, that is phenomenal. That is probably going to be the one. Now, I'm saying probably because we still got to go to our friend contentbot.ai in here. And I just want to see what else it's produced. In this video, I'm going to answer that question for you from my own experience. So if you want to rank for proper digital marketing strategy, what am I going to have to do? I'm going to have to create content. I'm going to have to get. Okay, that's kind of a lot of run-on sentences here. When it comes to SEO, you'll always hear it'll take months. You need to be patient. You need patience, and you need to do this for a long time. That's true. If it could take as long as 2 years to rank for some search terms, that is a long time, which is also true, especially for beginner marketers. There are different ways to speed up the process, but it's not going to be easy. I want to show you some more insider SEO 101 and the AMA with an SEO expert. I don't know what AMA means, but like that's also pretty good. Now, when I'm looking for my descriptions personally, I like to add a little bit more in here, and I'm just going to generate one more time, although I definitely am digging that one for sure. Now, I just want to give it one more fair shot on here, and the only reason why I say fair shot is because contentbot.ai has been around for a bit longer than copysmith.ai. Now, both of these were on AppSumo, and if you want to go on AppSumo, I do recommend it. There will be a $10 discount down below for AppSumo. Not that they're a sponsor, but it does support the channel, and you also get $10. But here's the cool part. Content, and if you're going to watch this in the next 24 hours, this is definitely something you need to go scoop up, because copysmith.ai is no longer there. But this offer ends in 4 days. So you're going to be seeing this on May 31st, which is Memorial Day. So thank you for our soldiers and everybody that's been able to support our freedoms here. It's much appreciated. But this is going to end in 3 days. So this is a lifetime deal. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because for $147, you can get unlimited credits per month and 25 full blog credits. Now, once again, this is totally not a pitch. But here's the thing. Copysmith.ai just got $10 million in funding. I don't know about ContentBot, but they've just been around a little more. They've had a little bit longer with their VC money. So what they produce seems to be, in my opinion, a little bit better. Now, I'm definitely going to be using this to throw on my YouTube video. But the other thing is, I don't think that this is a complete fair comparison. So what I'm going to do is I want to go back to the dashboard, and I actually want to just pick a side-by-side comparison here. So we'll do bullet point expander, generate a paragraph of text using from 3 bullet points. I'm going to do, I wonder if they have anything for bullet point expander. Nope, I don't want to add this to my bookmarks. There is bullet point expander. Okay, cool. Let's mess around with this one, because I know that this is one also available. I also don't name any of my projects. Please don't get mad at me. And I'm going to put these side by side. I knew that this one had a bullet point expander, and we're going to just go, right? So let's do bullet point 1. SEO is important. SEO takes, and I'm going to do, I don't know if I particularly like the fact that it's going to give me this whole paragraph, but that's okay. With all 3 bullets in there, SEO takes time, and SEO basics are SEO has difficult concepts. Now, just to give you guys a side-by-side comparison here, I'm gonna literally make these the exact same, so that somebody on here doesn't say, well, they're not, you didn't really compare them as good as you possibly could. So, first bullet point. We got second bullet point, and I would usually just do one, just for one sentence, but I'm just curious to see what it's gonna kick back to me. So SEO takes some time, and SEO has difficult concepts, right? I mean, these are all pretty standard. Now, the one cool part that I do really like about copysmith.ai, versus contentbot.ai, is I can avoid certain keywords. Now, I haven't used this feature too often. I'd be lying if I said I have. But there are certain times where I might put a competitor or a software on there that I just don't want it to mention in the program, which is really cool. Now, I really haven't needed to put that in there. It's everything that I've always asked it to give me has been pretty good. Search engine optimization is the practice of improving your website's search rankings, website's rankings in search engine results page, SERPs. In simple terms, it's the process of improving your ranking with major search engines like Google, Bing, Yahoo. SEO is quite difficult from PPC, which I don't. There's some kind of misconception there with PPC and SEO, are quite different. No, never mind. That's right. I just can't read. Advertising, because it's usually less measurable. That's also not 100% true, but that's okay. A lot of things need to come together for a successful SEO campaign, including backlinks, quantity of social media engagement, page load speeds, and there are many other factors, which is actually pretty accurate. So SEO, or search engine optimization, is an important part of your marketing strategy that's often overlooked. SEO takes time, which is true, but it can help grow your business over time. As Google gets smarter, there are more and more difficult concepts and rules. See, it doesn't necessarily read, none of these are really read 100% right, or I'm just not reading them 100% right, but there's definitely like a little bit of machine in there. It doesn't flow like you would write something naturally, and that's okay. And it's not like your own writing where you could fly through it. This is somebody else's computer generated stuff. So keep that in mind. And the other cool part is, I mean, I do like this instant feedback system. So you can say, hey, I did like or I didn't like a certain feature on here. But it can help you grow your business over time. As Google gets smarter, there are more and more difficult concepts and rules about SEO that you need to understand. It's a complex technical process, but if you don't put the effort into developing your site's SEO, you're setting your business up for failure, which is also pretty accurate. You might not be setting up your business for failure, but you're not giving it the best chance of success. SEO stands for search engine optimization. It's the process of optimizing pages of your website to rank higher in search engines. There's a misconception that SEO is easy and that it only takes time. I don't like the way that's written, but it's not true. SEO is all about your website and your keywords. I'm not particularly liking these, but the first two are pretty good. I'll definitely give them that. Now, this is the cool part about copysmith.ai. SEO. Now, it kind of breaks it out into each bullet, which is a little more favorable in my opinion. You get a little bit more, I'll call it bang for your buck, right? You don't see how many characters are on here. You get to see how many characters are on here, like 808. SEO is really important in blogging, especially if you want to earn money from blogging. If your blog isn't showing up when people search for keywords related to your niche, then you're missing out on a huge opportunity to earn money and grow your audience. Accurate, right? SEO, search engine optimization, is a long-term commitment. It takes time to build up your rankings, and it can be frustrating when you don't see results immediately. However, it's important to look at SEO as a long-term investment rather than a quick fix. I mean, wow. SEO is a difficult subject to understand because it's so technical, but the most important thing to remember is that Google is a search engine. It's a machine that can only understand certain things. You can't just throw a bunch of keywords on the page and expect to rank well. I mean, like, that's huge compared to this. Now, I'm not favoring one in favor of the other because this actually breaks it down into bullets. Maybe I wanted a full comprehensive kind of statement on it. So that's the two things that I would say you really got to be careful with, because, I mean, this is nice because it kind of gives you a really good paragraph for how to bring all three together, right? So I think that there's an inherent value as far as bringing all of it together, where copysmith.ai, they don't actually do that. So they're bringing it all into kind of three separate bullets. Now, if you go through a lot of them are broken up. You can actually like kind of tell where it's split up based on their spacing and just when you read them. Now, I've done this quite a few times, and ultimately, I would say it's up to you because this is a lot of information too, right? There's 800, 800, 600, 700, 600. I mean, these are all pretty long, whereas this is probably not as many here, and I'm just going to throw this in Word and just check how many characters this is, or better yet, how many characters is this? Character count. Let's just see what the good old internet says here. Count characters, 499. So I mean, it's not that far off from there. It's just it's definitely a bigger bar. 499. We'll call it 500 even, right? I mean, that's not that long. This stopped. I guess it just was like, no, we're done here. But I mean, other than that, it's a great tool. The cool part is, once again, it's $50 right now. I would highly recommend, if you ever think that you're gonna use this for whatever you're using, go with the unlimited. That's the only mistake I made when I got copysmith.ai. I'm probably gonna buy this. I really do like this software, and I think that there's pros and cons to both. So keep that in mind. I mean, you have a bunch of cool tools. Send me a blog topic ideas every week. I mean, this is pretty interesting. It'll just spit out information to you. Granted, they're probably not going to have, keyword research done in there, but you got some marketing tools, AdWord ads, Facebook ads, video ideas, brand names. I mean, this is all pretty standard as far as what copysmith.ai does. I mean, this is really just really good information, right? If I add a new file, you don't have as many options over here, but that's okay. In here, you have it gives you the full gamut, right? So article writing, right? If I wanted to do ads, better yet, it's right there. Ads, Facebook ads, Google ads, Instagram ads. Now, I've used this for Facebook and Google ads before. It's incredible. I mean, it is really good. And I'm not saying that contentbot.ai is not good. I'm just on a free trial with contentbot.ai, and I'm not on a free trial with copysmith.ai. I've used Copysmith a substantial amount of times. But I mean, this is a pretty large page as far as what they're doing. The one other thing that I really value that most companies don't do, just like this copysmith.ai doesn't do, is it actually shows you where they're getting their information. So if you come in here, right, and you do a landing page, let's just do one more while you're already here hanging out here. Landing pages, right? We got a little landing page idea. So I'm just going to throw in some information here. So we got the product name. So we'll call it inbound marketing because maybe I'll use this for my agency here. So just to make sure that we have at least the most accurate information. So we have growth generators, description. We'll do that as a keyword, inbound marketing, and then short description, inbound marketing is the process of bringing in traffic to your website and converting visitors to sale. Oh, see, it cuts you off. That's interesting. Converting visitors. We'll leave it at that, and we'll just go with that. And then I'm just going to throw that right into copysmith.ai. Now, the other thing that I got to say I really like is there's no limit on how many characters. So the more information you give it, typically the better results you're going to get. Any keywords, I gave it, darn it, I already changed it. Or inbound marketing. I gave it the inbound marketing keyword, and I'm just going to leave it at that. We'll see what generates here. Bear with me for 30 seconds as this goes, but this is really cool. So it's going to show you a stylized landing page, and these landing pages really are pretty decent. I mean, I've never used one specifically from here, but they seem to be like, I mean, it's cool that they lay it out. I mean, you have read reviews, you have, it kind of builds you a fake little website in here. I don't know if I love that, but I mean, it's cool. It's definitely cool. Template designed by Croup, right? It's not giving me the information in here, which is okay. I'm going to just go back one really quickly. And then you have this here. So build page. Let's just see what this build page looks like. So, wow, this is incredible. Attract and retain customers up to 80% cheaper than outbound marketing and advertising, which is true. No targeting. No target is too far, right? Minimize. This is cool. Wow. So you could download this. Clarity, bold, angle. Wow, that's really cool. That's incredible. I don't want to get too in depth here. Okay, so change theme. You could download this somehow. What is inbound marketing? Inbound marketing tracks the free word of mouth traffic, right? And then I'm surprised it didn't actually give me the full page, but inbound marketing attracts free word of mouth traffic to your website instead of generalist approach where you have to help customers. I mean, what was it? Generalist approach where you have to help customers search for you. The customer himself searches for you with the problem in mind and hence loves to be reached out to. Wow, that's I'm reading the same thing twice. That's why. Then you have in here, so this is a little bit shorter. Help increase traffic leads through our suite of inbound marketing services, right? I mean, this is definitely not the same. So I would definitely tack this up as a massive win for contentbot.ai, and I think it just secured my purchase here because this is incredible, right? Benefit 1, benefit 2, and you have feature 1, 2, 3, reinforcing, subheader. I mean, my God, this is incredible. I had no idea what I was going to actually get out of this. This is pretty light. I mean, I'm not particularly mind blown by this. The only cool part is it does kick back 4 landing pages as opposed to what looks to be just 1 landing page in here, which is okay. I'm not mad about that. And there you go. I mean, that's incredible. So I don't know what to tell you. I mean, they're both great. They're both honestly phenomenal, right? If you're going to get contentbot.ai, grab it with $10 off down below. That's huge. I mean, this is incredible software. Copysmith.ai is a rock star. They both have their pros and cons. I could never go through both of these in the extent that they need to be gone through, because we'd be here for hours and hours and hours A/B testing and seeing what we're going to get out of both. But I mean, the results are pretty impressive on that. I mean, I would argue to say that the content that I got for my video out of copysmith.ai is better, in my opinion, than contentbot.ai. But contentbot.ai took those 3 bullets and made a coherent paragraph or a couple sentences out of it, where copysmith.ai made 3 bullets into more words. So I mean, that's something to take into consideration. But the landing page that contentbot.ai just produced is like, I'm mind blown. I mean, that is incredible. I mean, absolutely incredible. So I would say at this point, I don't want to say pick your poison, but I mean, they're both really, really good. There's a million alternatives out there. These are just the 2 that I happen to really like. I would highly recommend, if you haven't already, scooping up. Even if you're not going to use it for a while and you're watching this video in the next 3 days, I would say that for the deal of getting 150 credits per month or 10 full blog, I'll just share my screen one more time here. But I mean, for 150 credits per month and 10 full blog post credits, that's pretty incredible. Now I'm not going to do the blog post because it's going to take me forever to read, but I mean, that's a steal for $100. How do you beat that? It's really good, right? It's really, really good for $100. Even if you wanted to go crazy and spend 147, I mean, that's a steal, right? If I pull up copysmith.ai, I just want to show you guys the pricing so you guys can see like a pricing structure against it and their pricing. If I go to pricing here, so you're looking at like for almost side-by-side comparison here. I could just close this out. You have $16 a month, $192 billed annually, $600 billed annually. That's 100 unlimited credits, and then you get long form blog content. You get 100 per month, where this one is 10. But I mean, you probably aren't. Now, I'm not saying you should use a blog written by AI, but I would also say that it's a great foundation and starting point for writing a blog. I mean, this is really, really impressive. Do you need the extra power? I don't know. If you're an agency like ours, yeah, having the extra power is tremendously helpful. If you're not an agency like ours, then you might want to just go with the $50 or the $100 option. But either way, I mean, it's a steal for a lifetime deal. And then, I don't know what contentbot.ai is going to be as far as pricing goes. Let's see if I can get some pricing here for you guys. Well, before I let you go, $30 a month, right? So in that's 5 months, it'll pay for itself, and that's 25 full blog post credits with up to 1,500 words each, 25 article rewrites at up to 2,000 words each. I mean, and then you have the $79 per month. I mean, that's pretty wild. So you get 10? You get 10 credits here. You get 25 credits here, and then so you're basically getting this package forever with it. I mean, in my opinion, and here, I mean, I'm limited on the tools, right? Basic tools, blog outline. I mean, this is crazy. This is a lot of stuff in here. So just something for you to digest. Which one's better? It's totally up to you. I think they're honestly both great products. Either way, go check one of them out. I will leave links down below to both of them. I think it'd be really, really cool if you guys got a hold of it and started to use it. So I hope this video helps. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'm probably going to be making many more videos on this, but I wanted to put AI to AI. Which one's better? I don't know, right? You tell me. Links are going to be down below for you to grab either one. And if you choose to get it on the AppSumo deal, it's $10 off right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. And if you guys have questions, if you guys want me to do more testing, leave a comment down below. I would appreciate that. Hit that like, subscribe, notification bell. I'll see you guys later. Bye.